Next stop on the HBO preview at Universal Studios Florida, the Ghostbusters set. The reason we're here, in just a few minutes, our next feature, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Harold Ramis, Rick Moranis, and Ghostbusters 2. Hello, good evening, I'm Barbara Bush, and welcome to the HBO Studio Tour. The best, as you're seeing today, is what HBO is all about. Movies like Ghostbusters 2, Batman, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and Lethal Weapon 2. Original made-for-HBO movies, actors like James Wood and Melanie Griffith. Comedy, George Carlin, Whoopi Goldberg, Richard Lewis, in original stand-up specials. They'll all be here for the best summer ever on HBO. And if you take advantage of this special preview and sign up now, you'll also receive a special bonus, the Vacation Value Booklet. Over $300 in savings on our next vacation. So if you're thinking about putting HBO in your home, now is definitely the time to do it. Well, once the ghosts are sufficiently busted, the studio tour will continue with more movie comedy. See No Evil, Hear No Evil, starring Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder, followed by the HBO original picture By Dawn's Early Light, starring Powers Booth and Rebecca De Mornay. More after this.
There's no time like the present.
Time flies.
It's only a matter of time.
Time waits for no man.
It's about time.
Time is money.
Now is the time.
Now is the perfect time to call and order HBO.
Dial 1-800-952-5900 just in time to get in on great savings.
But hurry, time is running out.
Ivan Reitman, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Rick Moranis have been setting new standards in comedy for nearly 2 decades. But when they came together in Ghostbusters, they created
I'm amazed at how long it's been popular. I mean, normally you do a film, and it's out for 6 months if you're lucky, and people are still talking about it, and then it's gone.
I always knew that there was more than one story. Even when writing the first one, I was thinking of, well, if they do this, they could do this, this, and this.
Go ahead, Ray. You foul, obnoxious moth! Of a weak electrochemical bond! I have seen some disgusting crud in my time, but you take the cake. You're just...
This is what you do with your spare time.
The first one, I ended up with all the lines, so that was pretty sweet. They just kept giving them to me. I don't think they realized what a big hit the movie was going to be.
2 in the box! Ready to go.
We be fast and
They be slow!
wow.
No, please go. You.
Who's this Wiggler?
He's yours, Ray. Sick him.
There are some additions to this exceptional cast. Peter McNichol is Dana's boss, Janos Poha. And William and Henry Deutschendorf make their screen debuts as Oscar, son of the now-divorced Dana.
Well, what do you think?
Well, he's ugly. I mean, he's not Elephant Man ugly, but he's not attractive. Was his father ugly?
Don't listen.
How many people are from out of town? Can we hear from you folks? How many people from New York City? Can we hear from you? What do you say we just beat the hell out of the tourists, huh?
Since New York itself is an important character in the story, production designer Bo Welch did extensive research on the city's architectural history to create the look of the film. Once production in New York was completed, the cast and crew moved to Los Angeles for more location shooting, and eventually wound up occupying several sound stages at Columbia Pictures.
Roll slate.
Meanwhile, in Northern California, those techno wizards at Industrial Light and Magic were busy creating new and improved ghosts, and good slime and bad slime.
We didn't think this would happen, but there is more slime in this movie. Slime is very central to it.
Too much slime. We shot a scene last night where we were doused continuously in slime.
We're the best! We're the beautiful! We're the only Ghostbusters!
Ghostbusters 2 up next on this HBO studio tour. And early tomorrow morning, HBO Comedy Hour presents Whoopi Goldberg and her very funny special guest, Mr. Billy Connolly, on stage, uncut, uncensored. Keep watching. You'll also see Stephen King's Pet Sematary, based on his novel. And if you have any energy left after that, Burt Reynolds and Teresa Russell in Physical Evidence. But right now, get yourself a pencil and some paper and get ready for some sweepstakes frenzy.
Win a movie lover's fantasy with the HBO Universal Studios Florida Sweepstakes. You and your family will be treated to a fabulous week's vacation at the new Universal Studios Florida. where you'll walk with the stars on Hollywood Boulevard. Relive the excitement of the big screen's most incredible movie adventures. Even find time for a little monkey business, too. Enjoy a VIP tour of the studio and go behind the scenes of an actual production in progress, receiving star treatment all the way. You'll be whisked away flying first class from any continental U.S. city aboard U.S. Air. Live it up in style at Orlando's Marriott World Center. Getting around will be a breeze in your luxury sedan from Hertz. If this isn't exciting enough, create some adventure of your own in your brand new Wellcraft Scarab XL Speedboat. Additional prize winners could take home a piece of Hollywood memorabilia from Marilyn Monroe, Mae West, and Hanna-Barbera Productions. This movie fantasy could be yours, so enter now. All you have to do is write your name, address, and phone number on a 3x5 postcard and send it to HBO Universal Studios Florida Sweepstakes, P.O. Box 128, Park Ridge, New Jersey, 07656. It's your chance to win a movie lover's fantasy from HBO and Universal Studios Florida.
This summer, the news at HBO has to be the movies. During just the 2 days of this special preview, you'll be seeing comedies like Major League, starring Tom Berenger, Corbin Burnson, and Charlie Sheen, Skin Deep, starring John Ritter, and Ghostbusters 2. Excuse me? Bad Dog. In the months ahead, you'll see Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, starring Harrison Ford and Sean Connery, Lethal Weapon 2, starring Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, The Karate Kid Part 3, starring Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita, and of course, 1989's biggest movie, Batman.
What can I do for you?
Oh, little song, little dance, Batman's head on a lance. Tell me, what do you know about?
I don't know anything about Batman.
Really? Well, how about a little you and me?
You're insane.
Hold on. Get those wonderful toys.
The nice thing about HBO, in addition to its movies, of course, is that it's great if you've got a whole family at home. I myself only have 5/8 of the family, but I'm a guy of the 90s. But if you do have a whole family at home, HBO has something for the whole family.
Babar is the legendary king of the elephants.
Pleased to meet you.
Join him when he travels beyond the jungle and soon discovers that the city is both a wonderful and terrifying place.
You look like you could use some help, little fellow.
And that all it takes to fit in is the help of a friend.
I would be honored to show you our ways.
See Babar in City Ways.
Being a comedian, I can tell you that the most prestigious thing you can have is your own HBO Comedy Hour. The next 2 days, you have two of the best. Later tonight, Whoopi Goldberg and Billy Connolly, and George Carlin tomorrow night. Boxing with Mike Tyson. They got it all here on HBO. Why not let the programs speak for themselves?
Time is running out. If you don't call now for HBO, your chance to get in on great savings could disappear before your very eyes. Don't be left in the dark. Dial 1-800-952-5900 now and order HBO before it's too late.
On the next HBO Comedy Hour, George Carlin tells you what's different about the 90s.
Poor people used to live in slums. Now the economically disadvantaged occupy substandard housing in the inner cities.
Join George for his 7th HBO special and find out what's really getting him mad.
If you want to know what a moronic word lifestyle is, all you have to do is realize Attila the Hun had an active outdoor lifestyle.
Gets George Carlin doing it again.
In June, HBO brings home the brightest stars, the biggest hits. HBO, the best movies.
Close them.
It's slime time again.
And who are you going to call?
Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Sigourney Weaver, and Rick Moranis. Ghostbusters 2, the best.
Please, Captain.
Captain Kirk takes the helm again when the original Trekkies suit up to go where no man has gone before.
I know this ship like the back of my hand.
Star Trek V, the final frontier, the best.
Yeah! A contact sport!
Get ready for pedal-to-the-metal action with a comic twist.
That's right, cowboy.
When Clint Eastwood and Bernadette Peters hit the road in Pink Cadillac, the best. He gave her his heart. She put him in prison. Who said romance is dead? Jeff Goldblum and Kristen Scott Thomas star in the HBO original movie, Framed. And it's nothing but the best in July with Batman and License to Kill. HBO, the best movies.
HBO is going to treat you to 4-day weekends all summer long. Fridays start out with a pair of twin bills. First to back-to-back HBO exclusive series. Then the chills, thrills, and comic pills of Double Feature Friday. Saturdays at 9, Hollywood's biggest blockbuster hits. Sunday at 8, the hits continue. And at 10, a new episode of HBO's sexy adult comedy, Dream On. Every week at 8, Monday Night Main Event brings you your favorites. 4-day weekends, giving you simply the best summer ever on HBO.
Every major fight in the 80s was on HBO. Leonard, Hearn.
Left hand sends Hearn back against the ropes again. And that's all. It's over.
Pryor, Arguello.
Smashing right hand. Arguello's helpless against the ropes.
Hagler, Hearn.
This may be the most brutal, even round you've ever seen in boxing.
Holmes, Spinks.
Spinks in a world of trouble right now.
Hagler, Leonard.
Left hand down at his side. Hagler peppering him. Leonard now tries to fight off the ropes.
Chavez, Rosario.
Here's a big combination. That hurt Rosario. He also cut him. And he's in a world of trouble.
Tyson, Holmes.
That was a right hand, and down goes Holmes.
In the 90s, the tradition continues with Chavez, Taylor.
Right Steele stopped the fight with fewer than 5 seconds to go.
And the biggest upset in history, Tyson Douglas.
It's over. It's over. Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
It's simple. The best fighters fighting the best fights. HBO Boxing is simply the best.
It's the simple things that I like to do, like a volleyball game or a beach barbecue, or walk in the sun or a ride in my car. The simpler the better, and simpler's better by far. And it's simply the best summer ever, the best summer ever on HBO. Simply the best.
The crime.
John Doe, between 25 and 30 years of age.
The criminal.
Hello, Baker. This is Speak.
The solution.
Let's get that sucker.
I'm gonna get that sucker. Doesn't matter. Don't you say that. I'm gonna stay on your case. Better put you away.
It's a story of courage.
I'm a soldier, man. I've been trained for combat.
They're shooting! They're shooting!
Honesty.
Stop it, man. I don't know that karate.
Me neither.
Camaraderie. Commitment.
I can't stand what's happening in this community.
Yes!
Yeah, and somebody has to make a change.
Yes!
Now, brother, will you help me?
Yes! Well!
Keenan Ivory Wayans. Don Lewis. Jim Brown. Bernie Casey. Isaac Hayes.
Solid. Who are these guys?
It's my theme music. Every good hero should have some.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
There's something strange going on here.
I'm scared and I want to go home.
Nobody knows what it is.
Never get out of bed again!
The ground is summer. This is an eerie place.
Place for the dead. Speak.
No place to call home.
This place is evil.
Stephen King's Pet Sematary.
Movies. Even after Batman and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, HBO's still not done. Every month, HBO premieres a new made-for-HBO movie. HBO Original Pictures brings together Hollywood's leading actors and top directors in films like Women and Men, based on the stories of my friends Ernest Papa Hemingway, Dorothy Dottie Parker, and the sultry, sexy M.M. Mary McCarthy. It stars James Woods and Melanie Griffith. HBO Original Pictures. Another reason why HBO is simply the best.
James Woods, an HBO original, on his HBO original movie, Men and Women.
Well, it's important to me because Hemingway is one of my absolute favorite writers, and I think his short stories are some of the finest literature of the 20th century. In an era when commercial films are very much in abundance, to have the opportunity to work on a story by Hemingway, and particularly one of my favorites, Hills Like White Elephants, and to have it adapted by Joan Didion and John Gregory Dunn, was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Tony Richardson has always been one of my absolutely favorite directors, and we met at the Mill Valley Film Festival where we were both being honored for our careers. And as serendipity would have it, he was the director of choice by the producers, David Brown and Bill Gilmore. And I said, great, if Tony will do it, I will do it. And once we chose to do it, then Melanie said she wanted to do it. And so we have this really superlative group of people doing this, I think, exquisite story.
James Woods. One more reason HBO original movies are simply the best.
This is the best deal going. You know, HBO Original Pictures coming to a TV near you this summer. And coming up next in just a few minutes, Ghostbusters 2. I mean, HBO, what is a deal? Well, it's a great deal. If you go to the movies, you know, one movie, just one movie. You go, you pay about $6, you take a date, that's $12. With popcorn, that's $18. Now, or $24. Now, you can make bad popcorn at home. Use fake butter. This is the best deal going. Before that, let's hear what Kevin Meaney, who's been thinking seriously about saving money this summer.
When the guys at HBO asked me if I'd mind spending time with a giant shark, I said, why? Is he looking for new clients? Well, the fact is, you don't have to be a shark to get a good deal on HBO. Because during this preview, many cable companies are offering installation discounts to new subscribers. To save you even more money, you receive this special bonus, the Vacation Value Booklet. Over $300 in savings on your next vacation. And ordering couldn't be easier. Because no matter where you are, even babysitting Jaws, we're still as close as your telephone. Just call toll-free 1-800-952-5900. Easy. Right, big guy?
If you've just turned us on, you might be wondering why you're getting HBO tonight. Well, it's pretty simple. This is the HBO Studio Tour. Today and tomorrow, you're getting the chance to see why this will be the best summer ever on HBO. You're also getting the chance to sign up for HBO and save. Well, what's on tonight? How's this lineup? Coming up, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Rick Moranis, Harold Ramis, Ghostbusters 2, followed at 10, 9 Central by the hit comedy See No Evil, Hear No Evil with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. Then just before midnight, 11 Central, an original made-for-HBO movie By Dawn's Early Light, starring Powers Booth and Rebecca De Mornay. So, that's Ghostbusters 2 next. See No Evil, Hear No Evil at 10, By Dawn's Early Light just before 12. I'll meet up with you again in a special effect here at Universal Studios Florida to tell you more about the sweepstakes and more about HBO! Who you gonna call?
Pick from flicks, tunes and comedy. Turn your set on, turn on the TV. Dial 1-800-952-5900. 1-800-952-5900.
Simply the best summer ever for movies on HBO. Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, Kim Basinger, Billy D. Williams, one of this year's Oscar winners, Batman. Timothy Dalton at his best as James Bond. Carrie Lowell, Robert Davi in the all-out License to Kill. Harrison Ford, Sean Connery, the super epic adventure Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Next, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Harold Ramis, Rick Moranis, Ghostbusters 2. Simply the best movies on HBO.
The following movie is rated PG.